protect the bio container. Securing the container.
You're mine, Bobby Aston.
Hello, it is I.
Dio!
Actually, no, it's actually me, Terolva, and I'm here to talk to you about why I love Caveira. You may have guessed by the title. Now, the reasons I love Caveira can all be summed up into one acronym: Frost. Now, I know that's a little confusing because of the operator, but it has nothing to do with her. Now, what does this stand for? Well, let me show you. The first letter in Frost is F, which stands for fuck the site, that shit is lame. And this means that the only things you have to do with Caveira is put up your barricades, then get the fuck out. Which is a big reason why I love it, because your objective changes from guard the site to try and catch the enemy off guard and take some of them out. And for the rest of the game, I don't have to worry about the site. Unless the enemy takes it, which in that case, Caveira is pretty ass.
Down the hall.
To the left. No.
Well, Twitch is down there to the left. No, behind you.
God damn it.
Just kill her.
This kid.
Oh, dude. I'm fucking autism.
Come on, man. I love you, kid, but goddamn it.
The letter R in Frost stands for run. A lot. As a free speed, I am not bound by the same laws as maybe a rook or a dodge, because I am fast as fuck, boy! If the enemy's downstairs and you're upstairs, fucking let it. If the enemy's in the garage and you're not in the garage, fucking let it. If the enemy is outside and you're inside, fucking let it. I know what you're thinking. Why do I play Caveira over another free speed operator like Ella or Bandit? Well, there's a simple answer to that. I can't afford Ella and I refuse to play Bandit. Also, Caveira has really cool face paint. Oh yeah, and she also has her sneak ability. I don't really know the logistics behind Caveira's silent step, but when I hear the sound, I feel hella sneaky. Also, her face paint. That shit's pretty cool. I mean, she looks like... Oh god. That was, neat. But it also segues us into our next letter in Frost, which is... O. Which stands for... Oh, so very sneaky. Now, if we go back to the last clip and unsanzify it and rewind, we can see that I bid my time, snuck around, and then chose the perfect time to strike and cause some chaos. And that's why I love Caveira. She can turn nothing into chaos.
But I'm not done yet!
You thought I was done using this clip? Yeah, right. Because if we go back even further, we can segue into the next letter of Frost, which is S, which stands for set the trap. No, not that kind. So what I did in this clip is set myself up in a corner and waited for enemies to enter. Once I heard them enter and pass, I decided to sneak up behind them and then strike. Just like you have to be cautious of any other trap in the game, not those kinds. Okay, all of you are going in the bin. There, and oh, you're not gonna fit. There we go. The thing that these traps in Caveira have in common is that if the enemy's not cautious about them, they may just run into them. In this clip, I'm waiting on my cameras trying to see if anyone's gonna come through the door. And once I see Glaz is coming up, I get prepared to launch at him. So he breaks through and he spun my trap. And that's how it's done. You might be saying after that clip, well, this probably doesn't work in competitive because people actually drone out, which I have to say, it does. Yeah, apparently I deleted the clip I wanted to use here, so, but it works, I promise it works, and, I guess we're just gonna have to go on to the next letter. T in Frost stands for the best feeling in the world, aka interrogation, baby. There's nothing that compares to you grabbing an enemy and making them spill the beans, running, sneaking, trapping, nothing. And I mean nothing compares to the euphoria you feel when you grab a down enemy and let your teammates know that you are the best siege player ever to live. I think I'm doing a little sidetracked. Doing an interrogation is an amazing feeling because you just took a huge risk by laying on top of the enemy, but you also got a huge reward by doing his teammates' locations. And this is the reason I love Caveira. She's a risky operator, but she has this high payoff that just makes you feel amazing. And the reason I feel amazing is because I'm helping my team. Just like Root places down his armor, just like Valkyrie puts up her cameras, and just like Mute places his jammers, these are all things that help my team win around, and I just help my team out greatly by doing an interrogation. I hope Frost has helped you see why I love Caveira. Caveira is one of my favorite operators, and I always have a good time playing her. I also got my first ever ace as her, so she holds a very special place in my heart. Also, her pistol makes me feel like James Bond. Okay, I'm done.